everyone, and welcome to today's video. If this is the first time that you're seeing me, I am the Hermit Tarot, and this is my YouTube channel. I just realized you're not really seeing me, but if this is the first time that you're tuning in to one of my videos, I am the Hermit Tarot. Now I'm filming your intro after I've done all your groups, so my tongue is like done. By the time I finish a reading, like a group reading like this, my tongue and my brain are just like done, ready to recharge, ready to not talk for the rest of the day. So I do apologize. My Mercury is a little mixed up. Now, y'all, I'm super excited I know I don't sound it, but I promise you, I am super excited to deliver today's video. This has been something that I was trying to figure out in terms of a topic for the better half of today and yesterday. I was trying to figure out how to title this video and what the topic should be, because I could feel a lot of muddliness in the collective energy, and I was like, okay, so like, what are we doing, Spirit? How do we channel that? So today's video is asking Spirit, what should you be focusing on? We're going to be kind of being very intuitive in each of your groups. I will just be channeling messages using my intuition and then clarifying, getting more specific information with oracle cards and tarot cards. There will be advice in today's reading, but there will be a lot more advice in the extended reading. So if your group reading does resonate here on YouTube and you would like to continue the reading forward, I will be doing an extended reading, which will be available on my website. Link is in the description box, which is also the time that I want to remind you about my Hermie subscription. So if you are someone that is finding yourself purchasing a lot of extended readings every month, it may be a good idea for you to consider signing up as a Hermie. A Hermie membership will give you access to all the extended readings I post this month. And you will also have access to our community forum, where I write little blogs introducing the readings and just giving us an opportunity to connect with each other. It's just a good way of getting access to readings early as well, if my readings are delayed and there's some new developments coming in the future. So if you weren't aware of that, have a look at the link in the description box and look at what it would be like to become a member and whether that's something you'd be interested in. Now, a little bit more about the extended before I introduce the groups. Each of the 3 groups in their extended readings will be examining where their success is headed in the next 2 months specifically. 2 months. And then we're going to be looking at your blockages, past, present, and future. I will kind of show you what that looks like in each of your readings. I'll do a little kind of 4-card spread to help you understand what that will look like in the extended. But I like doing those little readings because it's straight to the point. It helps you understand the blockage in your past, identify it based on your past experience and your present experience before looking at your future advice. And that is the last thing as well. In your extended readings, we'll be getting more advice from Spirit. So without further ado, let's introduce the 3 groups to you. We have beautiful shells from my local ocean to share with you. Each of these shells came from the Pacific Ocean, so if you recognize them and you live near the Pacific Ocean, please let me know what they are, because I love to know. We have our own names for things, but my mind just doesn't retain that information unless it's seafood that I can eat. I don't usually remember the name of it, which sounds terrible. Group 1 though, we're going to start with you. You have this gorgeous shell here, which I'm going to use to hide my calluses. I've been going to the gym a lot. Group 1, your shell is brown, it's white, it's creamy, it's huge as well. It's a big boy. It's a big girl. I just feel like this is a typical hermit crab shell, you know? It's the kind of shell that would offer sanctuary and refuge to a little hermit crab shell, hermit crab. So beautiful, love that for you, group 1. Group 2, you will have this gorgeous shell over here, which I believe is venomous. Like, when this is alive, the slug shoots out a barb from the bottom, and you got to be very careful, I believe. I'm not 100% confident in that because this is one of the smaller ones that I've seen. but it's a gorgeous shell nonetheless. A little marker here is that little hole, which happens naturally when the creature abandons ship. The shell often disintegrates slowly, and some very interesting markings over here on this side as well. So that's shell number 2, a little bit narrow compared to the first one. Shell number 3, I believe this is one that is most commonly found throughout the Pacific Ocean. For all the way up in Japan, they be using these shells. So this is one of those, what do you call it? It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember the name from it. You see all the grooves along here. Often you'll find sand in there if the shell's been abandoned. And then on this side, it's got that almost turtle-looking image and appearance. And it often is like varying shades of brown, this shell. So that's group 3. Those are the 3 groups. Each of the groups are very different. Like I said, I'm filming this after I did your group. So each of the groups, there's some underlying collective themes, but you're very different. So make sure you take time to tune in to whichever group is really calling out to you, whichever group you feel is your group. And remember, it is a general reading, so take what resonates, do not let the rest take from you. When you know which of these 3 groups you're feeling most drawn to, click on the timestamps in the description box, and I shall see you in your reading. So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now, with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number. It may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color. It could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading. Hi Group 1 and welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful shell right here, this gorgeous brown and creme de la creme shell, then this is going to be your reading. So gorgeous, very different compared to the others. To be honest, I don't know if I've used this in a video yet. It feels new to my collection. So welcome Group 1. If you are new here, I hope this reading will give you the clarity, the information, the guidance, and the advice that you need. We are going, I should say, I wish that upon all of you, not just if you're new, but obviously if you're returning, it's because you want to and you know what we do here. So welcome everybody. Now today's reading, we're asking Spirit, where do you need to focus? So I'm going to be pulling oracle cards first, and then we're going to clarify with some tarot. We'll close your reading with advice, and we'll jump into the extended reading from there to get more information. Excuse me, oh my gosh, I've just opened your reading without kind of adjusting. So a lot of energy coming through already. Let's get into it, Group 1. I can't delay, apparently. We got to get straight into your messages. So Group 1, please, Spirit, where does Group 1 need to focus? Please tune me into Group 1's energy, Spirit. Where does Group 1 need to focus? I'm seeing 2 lines, but they're like running on an angle. And I'm facing straight ahead, but the road's going left. It's like you need to look to your left. You need to look to the side. What does Group 1 need to focus on, Spirit? What does Group 1 need to focus on? There's a person coming in here into your reading. We'll see how they come out later. But I see this person like standing in your way. You can't move around them. They are almost blocking your point of view, and my alarm just went off as I said that. Do we like this person, Spirit? I don't believe they're a bad person, but I feel like this person is just overwhelming. Like when we think of them or when they're in our life, they consume a lot of our energy, our thoughts and our time. What does group 1 need to focus on, please, Spirit? It looks like a masculine person, but it's just a very dominant energy. It doesn't have to be a man. It's a very dominant energy. What does group 1 need to focus on, please, Spirit? I was seeing a ring for a second there. A ring. It's actually just a circle. Kind of looks like an achievement. Achievement, something coming full circle this year. Something you're wanting to achieve this year, literally in the next 9 months. Deceit is your first card coming out. What does group 1 need to focus on? About the circle, don't stop. Don't stop. There's your pivoting with the second chakra, anxiety and angel of love. We're going to stop with these cards because there's too much coming out with these cards, but this kind of clarifies what I was picking up on. Walking away, there is someone in your life that you need to separate yourself from because they're not a bad person, but they are taking up too much of your attention, group 1. It feels like you're at a point in your life where it's time to walk away, but I'm seeing this huge blockage in front of you, like you're afraid of leaving something or someone, more than likely, behind. Many of you are at a point in your life where it's like a turning point. It's not even a crossroads. It feels like a turning point because I keep seeing the path going this way, but you're facing this person. And in this picture, this lady's looking back at what they're walking away from. So it feels like guidance is telling you to do one thing, but your mind or your heart is telling you to do something else because your heart seems to be invested in something else. That's why I believe this person isn't bad. I just believe that we need to not focus on them. We should be focusing on our path. So deceit over here is saying that this situation may have been playing with your mind, or there is something in your life right now that is taking your truth and distorting it. And sometimes deceit isn't always lies, it's manipulation of the truth. It's not like a full-blown lie. It's us glamorizing or somebody exaggerating and blowing things out of proportion and making us feel less connected to what the truth really is. So I feel in this situation, your growth has maybe become stunted or a bit stagnant in this area of your life because you aren't staying connected to your reality. There is something, and it could be your own thoughts, distorting the truth and kind of manipulating it to keep you stuck and stagnant. So we need to focus instead on what our passion is guiding us to do, because ultimately the second chakra is about passion and growth and fertility, but we have to move forward. We can't just sit in that stew of potential. We have to take action. And I think that's where you're blocked at the moment, group 1, is the action part, moving forward and grounding yourself in the right outcome or in the direction that you need to move towards. Oh my gosh, every message in the world is coming through in your reading in terms of on my phone. Over here, anxiety and love. This feels like anxiety over a connection that you are experiencing now. Like I feel that for some of you, this was in reference to that person that you're afraid of moving away from. It might even be that this person represents a collective of individuals. I'm being called to my own journey now. And when I moved out of home and I was afraid of leaving my family for the first time, you know, but whatever this connection is, it can never leave you. If the love is strong, if the love is genuine, it can never leave you. I see that the anxiety in this situation is dissipating. It's not as prominent as it was or as it will be, in the sense of, for some of you, this situation fluctuates depending on the well-being of the other people involved. Obviously, if someone you care about is in trouble and you're at a distance to them, it can be a very tricky situation. But it almost feels like you're being primed into a position where everyone's fine, like everyone's healthy, everyone's happy. It's just you that isn't. And you are the one that needs to consider yourself and grow where your intentions are growing. Very interesting messages straight off the cuff. Let's move forward to a different deck. Spirit, what does group 1 need to focus on? What does group 1 need to focus on? Can we talk about that achievement? What is going on with the sense of achievement for group 1? Sodalite. Capricorn, number 22. For some of you, this is about creating your own family. This is about creating your own business, your own career, but it's really ultimately about your own legacy in this lifetime, starting something and sticking to it. I feel like it's time for you to grow and to grow in the long term. So for some of you with the root chakra here, seeds have either been freshly sown or they are about to be sown. And it's really about cultivating this area of your life and staying committed to making this yours. I feel with Sodalite here, this has something to do with how you see yourself and how you uphold your values in what you do and in what you create. Like, it's almost like this is your opportunity to show those who used to know you, or to show those who were around where you came from in terms of your siblings or the family you grew up with, or people who you've left in your past, what you can make for yourself and who you are supposed to be, and that you aren't supposed to be stuck where you were when you were younger. It's almost like you need to prove to people how resilient you are and how capable you are of growing. Like, it feels like you have something to prove here with this Sodalite. What is the sense of achievement group 1 needs to stay focused on? It's about balancing it out though with that number 22. It isn't about putting too much focus on this because we want longevity. So we need to figure out a balance that can be sustainable over a long period of time, having a strong work ethic towards a sense of achievement, or a strong devotion towards a sense of achievement if this is about raising your own family. But it's also about taking care of yourself along the way, because this is long term. It's not just about, oh, we just need to last until the first 18 years. It's like, no, we want this to be a lifetime of success. So how do we do that over a long period of time? How can we incorporate a balanced routine that works for us and what we want in the situation to grow? We also have red cornelian. So I do see this sense of achievement being shown on this card again with the sun symbol. That's basically what I was seeing in my mind's eye. And we also have solar plexus, the number 1, red cornelian fire. So I feel like this success has to do with connection. Only because when you feel confident in who you are, when you are experiencing success and support from those around you, I feel like it leads you to move more and to be more confident in the actions that you take, and it kind of builds a momentum in your life. And I'm saying this in the past tense because this has happened to you before. At times when you felt like things were going really smoothly and you had a lot of confidence in yourself, and you would have started to notice different aspects of your life pick up, and this momentum kind of interlapping in various aspects of your life. You're about to enter that again. I feel like the goal right now is to focus on getting more confident in your actions, in your decisions, in how you move towards challenges and how you move towards opportunities as well. Because sometimes the biggest challenge is taking a step towards a brand new start. And I see for you, group 1, you are experiencing a brand new start for yourself on this journey that you're on. You're pivoting in a new direction. You have to leave something behind, and stepping towards this is about stepping forward with confidence, understanding that those who love you will never leave you if the love is meant to be, in the sense of you can hold love for someone without seeing them every day. You can show love and support for someone without seeing them every day. And I feel like you're making room in your life for your own personal sense of success and victory with the sun here. You're reshaping how others see you and how you see yourself. And whether that is a conscious effort or not, it's going to lead to a better, closer relationship to self. It's going to lead you to feel more confident as you start to experience these successes and what you're able to do. So what is this success pertaining towards? They're showing me a lot of masculine energy now. So it does seem to be related to your creative pursuits. Doesn't mean it's not necessarily your career, but it feels like this is about growing, innovating, and exploring more. Not necessarily all mental. This is more practical as well, with red jasper coming out. So this could be, linked to education, but I feel like it's a more practical opportunity for you to get some experience and grow as an individual. There are going to be changes in your life here, and perhaps that's where concern lies. But Spirit is wanting you to focus on this as a chance for you to grow, expand, and really see what you're made of. Even if you consider yourself to be seasoned, weathered by life's storm, someone more mature or older, I still believe you're at a turning point in your life where you're going to experience some things that you haven't yet, and you're expanding in a way where there's excitement, there's a bit of nervousness, there's a slight amount of fear, but there should be a lot of excitement in how this is going to develop you as an individual and where all of this growth is going. You get to look at life in a new perspective with this pose on the red jasper card. So I feel like this new beginning for you is about really showing you how well you work in new sort of situations and things that you maybe never considered yourself doing. You're going to find yourself taking on a very dominant, almost masculine energy as you power through the challenges you may face and overcome them with ease, gaining confidence in your ability to make decisions and problem solve. And I see with solar plexus and sacral chakra being so prominent here in this reading that your masculine energy is what you need to focus on. Even this root chakra, your masculine energy is what you need to focus on. Surrounding yourself with yellows, reds, and oranges right now is going to be beneficial. Giving yourself something red to look at when you feel concerned or stressed is going to help you feel motivated. Giving yourself something yellow to look at if red is too strong and bold of a color for you. I just feel like your focus right now is about I can, I will, and I am going to succeed, because I feel like your changes could happen quite quickly for you. It doesn't have to be as profound as I'm making it seem. It could be as simple as I wanted a change of career, so I decided to update my resume, and the first job I applied for I got. Maybe I'm making this out to be this huge pilgrim's journey through the Himalayas, but it's as simple as trying and allowing yourself to make some incredible pivots in terms of following the path, even though it's diverting left, minding the fact that there are some people in your way that you need to go around, and focusing on what is best for you to ensure that you're not cutting yourself short from the opportunities that you could be facing, because this does have to do with your longevity, your career, your family, doing what is best for you, creating something for you. The last thing from this deck Spirit wants you to see is turquoise, the number 32. We have the moon, we have the throat chakra. So it is a time to reflect and think. This is a time for you to understand your feelings and to process the changes as well. You're not being called to power ahead blindly in the sense of you are a human being. So when we experience change, we have an adjustment period in our emotive state, as well as our mental state, where we need to give ourselves time to process that change and what it means to us. You're being called to be patient with your emotional self or your logical self as you experience intrusive thoughts that may be causing blockages, or emotional sort of mood swings that may also be causing delays and blockages. Your advice is to work through those thoughts, work through those feelings, and to understand that that's a completely natural part of change. Everybody experiences it to different varying degrees. Now is also a time to think about what it is that you want to do with your life. You can get as creative as you want with these questions and then look out there and see if there's a way for you to do it. It's as simple as that. I feel turquoise is Spirit encouraging you to pay more attention to your own thoughts, feelings, and what they are telling you. I feel turquoise here highlighting that you've secretly always wanted what is about to happen to you, and you've secretly, subconsciously planned for this to happen to you. You're excited by it, and those thoughts that aren't necessarily excited deserve merit and time to process as well. Turquoise is asking for you to pay attention to how you feel and to honor your feelings throughout this process of growth and change, especially if those feelings are telling you that there is someone here who doesn't deserve any more of your attention, focus, and just general energy. Because for some of you, this could be an employer who's just very demanding and has been blocking your success in your career, for your family, or for your own future. So let's close now with some tarot. Spirit, what does group 1 need to focus on? We're using a new deck today. It'll be in the description box. We have the 4 of Teacups reversed coming out with the Page of Chopsticks. Spirit, what does group 1 need to focus on? The 8 of Ingots over here. Okay, so I see here, I will clarify if I need to. I see here with the Page of Chopsticks and the 4 of Cups reversed, you need to focus on being more present towards the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you right here, right now. Somebody may play a helpful role. It could be a fire sign. We're looking at an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in helping you expand on your journey by offering you excitement, offering you opportunity, or just sort of being there supportively. I see that you are on a new journey of learning something new. You don't have a lot of experience in what this new path entails, but the road ahead is about making you skillful and equipping you with the skills necessary to progress. I always see a page as an apprentice, somebody who is learning, someone who is growing, someone who is like spongy, who absorbs information. And the Page of Chopsticks is about passion and experience and travel and really sort of embracing our desires and what we're good at naturally. So I feel like what's going on here is that your natural born skill set is expanding and you're learning things about yourself that you didn't get the chance to in your previous circumstances, especially in your career field. However, this could just be with your hobbies or with what you're doing with your friends or things that you were interested in when you were younger coming back. I see that this is really about you paying attention to what is being offered to you and starting to say yes instead of no, sorry, I don't have the time. No, sorry, I can't do that. So-and-so wouldn't like it if I did. How about yes, because I want to? Yes, because this is something I've always considered. Yes, but you're going to have to give me a couple of weeks to sort things out on my end. I see you needing to be more receptive towards the invitations that are being offered to you, especially if they involve you embracing new experiences and upskilling your current skill set in terms of things that you think you're good at or things that you've been wanting to try, things that you've been wanting to experience. I see travel in the cards for some of you. This is a journey that you are going to feel very excited about and you're going to receive a lot of development. You're growing here on this journey. The page is someone who inevitably grows. Now over here with the 8 of Ingots, I see that you do need to focus on your commitment and your loyalty and really focusing on what it is that you want to give those energies to. Not everything deserves your commitment, your loyalty. Not everything deserves your hard work. Not everything deserves that best side of you. So where do you want to put that energy? Where do you want to invest that energy? Spirit, what was happening in the recent past with the 8 of Ingots situation? What was happening in the recent past? Spirit's showing me the 10 of Wands. So in the recent past, you may have experienced a betrayal here with the 8 of Ingots. Somebody taking your loyalty, your commitment, your hard work for granted and really just pushing you to your limits, telling you, oh yeah, just one more time, that's all. It won't happen again, don't worry. And they constantly betrayed you by doing exactly what they said they wouldn't. Feeling overworked, overburdened, and just feeling as though somebody's words mean nothing nothing to you. So what is happening in the present here with this Eight of Ingots for group 1? What is happening in the present with this Eight of Ingots? We have the King of Wands. You may have a wandering eye at this time, looking towards other things or getting advice from other people about how you should be investing your efforts, your time. This could look like a change of career for some of you. Money keeps coming up, but it's more than that. It's about you understanding your worth and understanding what you are worthy of in terms of what you deserve to be paid for your efforts or how you deserve to be recognized for your efforts. With the King of Wands reversed, I see you trying to think here about what you can do about this situation. And there's secrecy here with that card reversed. Not everybody needs to know about this, but your mind is strategizing. You're exploring, you're researching, you're getting advice where appropriate, maybe asking for help where appropriate, trying to look outside the box and do it discreetly. What is the near future in terms of this situation, Spirit? What is happening in the near future for group 1 with the Eight of Ingots? You may find your solution from somebody you know. Asking somebody, telling somebody you know about your situation, they may give you the solution. What is happening here? The High Priestess and the King of Teacups. The High Priestess is the most annoying card to get when we ask about the future. It's basically a you'll know when you know answer, which is frustrating because that's why we're here. We want to know now. But I can see for you, group 1, with the High Priestess and the King of Teacups reversed, what happens next has a lot to do with how you manage your own emotions and your own fears. It has a lot to do with how you cope with uncertainty and whether you will embrace the unknowns as potential or whether you will embrace the unknowns as a terrifying experience of fear and revert back into a more familiar attachment. I see some of you returning to what you are comfortable with, what you're used to, while others of you are wanting more growth, are wanting to expand and will be able to overcome your own fears. Your advice in this reading is coming back to what is best for you and understanding blockages and how they stunt your growth, whether that blockage is a physical person or your own fear. Understanding that the people who genuinely love and care for you cannot be left behind just because our circumstances change. We can still return to those connections when ready, and we can still experience love and support from those people at a distance. Is there anything else they need to know from Tarot? Group 1, we have the Ace of Chopsticks in the reverse. This is a rebirth. Spirit's like you tried this before and you didn't succeed. Are you ready to try this again? Are you ready now to embrace your passion, to embrace your desire, and to embrace a new beginning for yourself, to embrace the chance to light your own fire and really take on this journey? I see the chance here to repurpose your energy, to find your purpose for some of you, to finally take that opportunity and create something for yourself from it. Are you ready? The big question is, how much are you willing to give? And will you buckle? I really hope you don't, because I feel like this thing has been really trying to happen for you for quite some time. Even if you got to do it secretly initially, a fair outcome will be given. This is very much about you stepping out on your own, making something for yourself and proving to others that you are capable and that you can do the things that you put your mind to, which you knew all along and people who love you knew all along. This was more about convincing yourself. All right, group 1, please, Spirit. What is the closing advice for them? What is the closing advice for group 1? We have imagination, uncovered, and reconnect. So before we go into your extended and further examine where this road is leading for you, your advice over here is to ultimately stay receptive to where life is directing you and to where your thoughts are sort of leading you and guiding you as well. The future is as explorative and creative and wonderful as you can let it be with your mind. Examining your thoughts and feelings, you'll realize that this is something you've wanted for yourself for a while. This is something you've been subconsciously manifesting. And now that it's a possibility, it's really up to you and what you want to do with this information, with this potential, and with this opportunity. If you don't want to grow, then you won't. You'll remain blocked, and this deceitful anxiety will continue to kind of have a hold on you. Your other advice is uncovered here. So Spirit is saying there's something out there waiting for you to find it. You have to put in the legwork here. You have to get in your masculine energy and say, I can and I will. I'm determined. I won't give up. What is meant for me will find me. So you're putting that energy out there, and the universe is going, oh my gosh, wait. Group 1 finally woke up. Wait. We have to help them. Guide them towards that thing that's been waiting for them for so long. So something is going to find you almost serendipitously. It'll fall into place in a way where you're like, wow, this was meant for me. If I delayed my decision a second longer, I would have missed this. It's very serendipitous. It feels almost too good to be true, but it's been waiting for you to find it. So get into that masculine energy and seek it out. We also have reconnect here, group 1. So Spirit is saying there are some people who will be helpful in your journey and who may be able to give you that advice, that support, and that sort of charisma or spark that the Page of Chopsticks has to help you feel confident in yourself. But this is truly about you reconnecting with who you truly are, your confident self, your zesty self, your can do because I know I can self. This is about reconnecting you with your true divine path. And I ultimately believe that this is something like this is an experience you've had before in terms of when things fall into place, you know it's meant to be. You're going to start to feel more confident with every small glimmer of success you see and feel along the way, ultimately feeling more confident in who you are and in what you're capable of. So group 1, that is what I have for you when it comes to what should you be focusing on. We're going to have a look at how the situation is going to play out in your extended. I want to look at more of the blockages, and I kind of want to examine for you where this version of success is headed in the next, let's say, 2 months to keep it short. When we go over that, it can become a bit distorted. So we'll look at where the success is headed in the next 2 months. We're going to look closer at the blockages, how to overcome them, and get any more guidance and information that we can from your spiritual team as well. So if you would like to join me in the extended reading, the link is in the description box. You can access it just by clicking on the link, basically, and I will see you there. It's already recorded. Before you go wherever you're going, thank you so much for all of your support, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye! Hi group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this cute little shell, your shell is actually like one of the smallest. Welcome little cutie patooties. Look at that. Wow. I'm filming your reading before I did the intro, so I'm kind of shocked at the beautiful imperfections. I love imperfections. So welcome group 2. Let me put your shell down and stop marveling over nature's glory. Let's get back to you. Okay, group 2. Today we're asking Spirit, what should you be focusing on? It's going to be a very intuitive reading. It's very different to usual readings, I suppose, that I've done, kind of deviating from my usual stuff and being more connected to source in that sense, just trying to see what comes through. There will be an extended reading. We'll talk more about that at the end. To open your reading, we're going to be getting channeled messages from Spirit, just kind of tuning in, seeing what Spirit wants you to know about your focus right now. We're going to get oracle cards to help us pivot from those channeled messages. And then we're going to be getting tarot to get some specific messages, closing your reading with some advice before going into the extended. So, Groupus Tupus, let me put your shell, cone shell? No, it's not really a cone shell. Let's just put your shell over there and get your oracle card out. Group 2, please, Spirit, tune me into Group 2's energy. What is going on for group 2? I'm seeing green. To be honest with you, I'm actually seeing a really dark red purple color, but I think that's just the lights. I feel green. I feel growth. I feel green. I feel grass. All those sounds, growth, green, grass. Something's going on with your foundations. The first card that wants to come out for you is Magician and the Mirror. So Spirit's highlighting, when it comes to your energy, there seems to be a block in what you are willing to create. It's not even that you don't see it, it's like you're not willing to create it. Spirit, tune me into group 2's energy. What is going on with group 2? What does group 2 need to focus on? I'm seeing a palm frond now. There's a lot of references to nature for you. This could be about you focusing on getting back into a natural environment, incorporating more natural things in your routine if you've become too urban, because we are natural beings and that does improve our well-being. Not all of us are, happy to go camping out in the bush for days on end. Some of us need to slowly acclimate towards nature by maybe incorporating more veggies in our food, spending time looking at the sky during the day or night, or just finding ways to be meaningful with our feet in the earth. Spirit, what is going on here with group 2's energy? They gave me 2 more cards, but I kind of want to focus on what I'm seeing here. I can see like a diamond head. I feel like something's coming to a point for you. Something quite precious that you've been working on. I'm really called to the fact that diamonds take years, like there's this idea of they're forged under pressure. It takes a lot of time. It's something you wanted, but I feel like you're in this energy of like, I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just not going to focus on it too much. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to focus on it too much, but you're receiving sights. You're getting little hints that this is coming for you, like it's actually happening. But I feel like the caution, logic is telling you, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. This whole situation we're going to talk about more with tarot to examine, but I feel like this precious energy is about you really wanting something that you feel you deserve, you've worked hard for, but you also feel that a lot of it is out of your hands, like a volcano or the pressure of the earth makes a diamond, 9 times out of 10. I think you can make diamonds in in other conditions now, but a natural diamond, it's like a lot of it is out of your control and it takes a lot of pressure. So let's see the cards that I pulled. We have the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, number 40, with door to spirit, number 32. Interesting. Let me put those up there. So we're going to keep the Magician by himself for now, because I feel like this Magician is highlighting your connection to self. I look at that card as you having the resources and tools to create by being aware of what is in front of you with that mirror here. You have to constantly check yourself and ensure that you're using your best skill set, or that you're taking advantage of the resources around you, that you're looking around you. When you're by yourself and you're doing something on your head or your hair, you use a mirror to get the back of your head. That's what this feels like, making sure no stone is unturned. But with that reversed, it's like we're in denial about something here. We don't want to. Spirit's telling me that something here you don't want, you're not willing to be open to create. So I'm a little bit concerned about that for you. I feel like with this Magician and the mirror energy, you should instead be focusing on what you do have available to you and everything that within your power. Now, for those of you who are in a situation where you've been like that diamond situation, you've been giving it your all and there's some things that are simply out of your control, this mirror situation is literally asking you to distract yourself with other aspects of your life, not to just switch off completely, because it feels like your life right now is kind of building movement towards something. Like I see greenery as an opportunity for growth, and I see this being your heart chakra as well. So being receptive, staying compassionate, being open, allowing yourself to work through your fears with compassion and kindness. So I feel like what is best for you right now is to not get disheartened. by the delays or the things that you cannot control, but to rather focus on what you can do. And I know that's a very basic message, but something that you could focus on has to do with your extracurricular activities with the fire on here, your hobbies, things that you have neglected because you were so busy. Now that you have more time, let's get back into those. Fire could also be talking about travel and just incorporating more spontaneity in your routine, more time to do other things that you don't have to kind of, or that you haven't been doing lately. I feel like you should be getting out more, and this is within reason. Obviously, your health is priority. I acknowledge we're still in a pandemic, but I do believe that you should be doing things that you have been delaying or putting off in your spare time, getting back into your hobbies and those little spontaneous things that you liked to do on your way home from work, instead of just getting stuck in the monotony of things you can't control. Make room for things that you can do and for things that can add a bit of zest into your daily routine, sweets. I'm not just talking about once a week. I'm talking about on a daily, doing something fun for yourself and genuinely fun. I acknowledge that your energy may be quite low right now. Heart chakra often reflects your immune system as well, and taking care of your body by way of what you're feeding yourself, mostly to ensure that your lungs, are working well and that your immune system is strong and it's got the right stuff it needs to operate and function appropriately. So I also believe that fatigue may be coming for some of you. Like, you may be at a point where you're just very burnt out by the effort that you have been contributing to a certain area of your life. So please take care of your vessel. Recharging isn't just sleeping, it's also what you feed yourself and what you choose to hydrate yourself with. So ensure that you're fueling yourself appropriately as well. With the ice on this side here, there seems to be something we need to cut ourselves off from doing, and I'm actually seeing myself binge watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which is what I've been doing, and I had to cut myself off. Actually, Netflix did, because they only have 3 seasons. But I feel like that's kind of the behavior that Spirit's talking about. It's not to the point where we're going to kill ourselves by doing it, but we're definitely downloading a lot of unnecessary information by doing it. Maybe instead of watching 7 hours of Netflix, there's something else that we can do with our attention or our time to better recharge ourselves. There's a limiting behavior that needs to be enacted here. We have to put a limit on ourselves, and I feel like it's got to do with screen time, because this blue is making me think of technology, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It's more about what our mind is absorbing in our free time and ensuring that we're not overloading ourselves with unnecessary information in our free time, because that is also taking up a lot of room in an already tight vessel here. I feel that many of you need to be taking time to decompress. Even if you had time off recently, I feel like you do need to take some more time to decompress, especially now, because things feel a little bit tight over there. So maybe just take some time to let loose. Is there anything else they need to know about this energy over here, Spirit, before we move on to the other side of the fence? Is there anything else that group 2 needs to know about the Magician and the Mirror? What should they be focusing on right now, Spirit? I'm seeing friends. What's going on here, Spirit? What's going on here? What does group 2 need to be focusing on? Friends. Why do they want you to focus on friends? We have Amazonite. Number 3, Mercury, throat chakra, air element. So group 2, there is a feeling of networking here for you, and that could be through friends, meeting new people through friends. Spirit saying you need to look at exposing your point of reference to new things, new stimulus, staying connected to your community by acknowledging what other people are going through, having conversations with people at the grocery store to appreciate that, hey man, we're all going through a tough time. Wow, I had no idea. It feels so comforting to know I'm not alone. I feel like Spirit really wants you to network and to stay connected to your community here with this card. Amazonite is about communication. It's about having the desire to express your opinion or what is on your mind. And I feel like it's very important for you to speak your truth with those around you, whether you have or have not been coping well recently. I see Spirit wanting you to have conversations with your close circle, your friends, if that's what this is in reference to. But it's more about the people around you, staying connected and actually being honest in your communication. And I think that that's something that we don't do enough of. We do need to be more honest when people ask us how we are or what we're going through. Just obviously within reason, what you're comfortable sharing, because it is your private life. But this enables us to learn more intimate details about those around us as well, so that we can appreciate that, wow, things aren't going well for them, but your life looks so perfect on social media. Shock, horror, surprise. Social media isn't reality. And you may actually find a way of meeting new people through this honest expression, this honest communication style, forging more intimate connections and a better connection to the world around you. Because I see with the Magician in the mirror, Spirit's almost saying you've been living in a state of denial here over what you can do, over what is surrounding you, and over what opportunities you have. So this is really, this honest communication style is about exposing you to your genuine reality, the one that exists outside of the screen, outside of your usual boring, mundane routine, what is actually happening. Because yes, you're a main character, but we're also in a universe where there's many millions, billions of other main characters. So what are they going through? Maybe it's time to link up and connect and expose each other's truths. Last card for this side of the fence is the Lapis Lazuli card, number 28. We have Mercury again, and the throat chakra. As I said that, my mother started calling me, so I wonder if she's here. Sometimes she just comes to the house. I don't think so. Anyway, group 2, Lapis Lazuli is kind of like Amazonite, but more about your feelings and what your feelings have been saying. Where Amazonite is asking for you to simply speak and use your communication to connect, Lapis Lazuli is saying that this is there's a deeper meaning behind this. This has to do with your feelings and understanding more about your feelings that you've been pushing aside. I'm getting an energy here of suppression and burying feelings, burying what has been going on for us. So I feel with Lapis Lazuli that something has been happening on a deep level for you that has really been impacting you, maybe deeper than you realize. And it's time to kind of offload. It's time to find someone to talk to understand what it is that we're feeling, or to better process what it is we can do about how we're feeling. Because sometimes we don't necessarily need or want someone to validate our feelings. We just need a space to be able to understand what we can do about it, the situation. This feels like problem-solving energy rather than a simple opportunity to kind of have a deep and meaningful. And I believe that problem solving for you can come from someone who's already in your close circle, someone who can offer you, because they know you well, the right information that you need. Lapis Lazuli reverse, though, makes me think that in order to get the answer, you have to do something you wouldn't usually do, or you have to extend that invitation to a person that maybe you're used to them reaching out to you. It's a feeling here of having to do something differently that's out of your emotional comfort zone, but is going to be rewarding once you do it. And I also believe that the solution to this problem may have to do with you limiting something that you think you're invested in, but you've just become comfortable. It's not that this makes you happy, it's more that it just makes you feel comfortable. So you've been doing it with Lapis Lazuli reversed. You've gotten addicted to how it makes you feel, even though it's not actually helpful. So over here, let's talk about these cards now, shall we? 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, Daughter Spirit reverse suites. This is spirituality being blocked. This is your third eye. This is connection to source, connection to the collective being blocked, connection to self being blocked. You do need to focus on opening up these channels, not because I insist you be a spiritual being. Honestly, that's a personal choice. I'm not going to force anybody to be spiritual. But in this case, if you're here watching this reading, there is a connection to self and source that is actually very beneficial to you at this point in your life. And it doesn't need to be defined by a label. It doesn't need to be defined by a religious label, a spiritual label. It can simply be defined as trusting yourself, knowing yourself, and staying connected to yourself, because you are created in Source's image. So I believe that this is about you embracing your intuitive nature, grounding yourself, discharging negative energy, discharging blocks through grounding exercises, which can be as simple as recharging in the sun, planting your feet in the grass, doing some gardening barefoot, or going for a swim, making sure you're not wearing shoes so your feet and your whole body is immersed in water, and just sort of making a conscious mental note of saying, I'm discharging all negative energy as I swim in this glorious body of water. Don't have to add the end part. But I believe what's going on over here is a disconnect from Source. And this is ultimately a lack of trust in yourself, in your abilities, and in what you are capable of. You need to have more confidence in who you are and where this path is taking you. Spirit, what does Group 2 need to focus on more with these two cards? What does Group 2 need to focus on more with these two cards, Spirit? What does Group 2 need to focus on more? We have rock crystal. So I believe that all of this is about expanding your knowledge. There may be a connection to Source that is cultivated through some sort of teaching or some sort of knowledge that you acquire. Like, I see you kind of learning about crystals, or learning about Reiki, or exploring energy healing generally, or looking into the meaning of Akashic records and understanding more about star seeds, or growing, looking into, you know, Christianity even, or Judaism, whatever this is, Buddhism. As you explore and as you sort of learn more about some sort of topic that's linked to spirituality, I see your mind pivoting and offering you a stronger connection to self, because I don't see you mastering this knowledge. I see this knowledge making you more curious and hungry for the information in a way where you can't digest it quick enough, and you may get distracted along the way. You may not be able to be a master level 3 Reiki healer, but you will ultimately get thirsty for knowledge when it comes to your own spirituality, your own spiritual gifts, your own intuition, your own connection to Source, your own connection to yourself, your higher self, and your own ability to harness that collective energy, whether that's through tarot, Reiki, whatever it is. It feels like you need to focus on the questions you have in your mind and where they're guiding you, because this isn't just about you becoming another light worker or another this, another that. It's about you embracing who you truly are and how that gift can help you in your everyday life. We don't all need to be living outside of the matrix to accomplish great things. You can be very much deep in the matrix, living a regular life and making a huge difference on everybody you encounter, because you're grounded, you're aware, you're open, and you're not plugged in like everybody else. So infiltrating from the inside, love it. But with rock crystal here, this is about thinking clearly, being curious, asking questions, examining, you know, what is out there, and getting fascinated, having a bit of a obsession for some of you on a specific topic, and ultimately, with throat chakra here, spending a lot of time thinking, learning, discussing, and sharing. I feel like you'll take what you know and you'll share it with your circle. With Gemini here, you'll talk about it with people that you know. Even if it starts off as conspiracy theories, you've got a higher purpose here. And this focus is more about making you thirsty for knowledge and making you more aware of your own connection to self. So it seems like a basic message, but it really isn't. In my opinion, it's quite powerful. I want to talk about that diamond head though, Spirit. Can we talk about that diamond head? We have the 6 of Wands. So the diamond head I was seeing was kind of like, and when I say diamond head, that's what color it was, but it was kind of like this. It was like a point. And now I'm seeing with the 6 of Wands that it was really about cutting through something, moving forward from something. Spirit wants you to move forward from something. What happened in the recent past here, Spirit? What happened in the recent past here for group 2? What happened in the recent past? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Okay. In the recent past, we have the 3 of chopsticks. We also have the 3 of wands and the Ace of cups, teacups. So in the recent past, I can see that you had to embrace expansion in some way. You were given an opportunity to expand and grow, but it was very much a waiting game of you not knowing when or if this chance was going to come back. You invested energy and you were just hoping that it would pay off, but you felt like you had to protect your feelings from this. With the 3 of wands, you felt disheartened over information that you were receiving at the same time, but your energy was already invested and was keeping you hopeful. I see that your focus should be on moving forward, on taking the information that you have, leaving what you don't know behind, and looking for calmer waters ahead, moving to calmer waters ahead, finding your sense of peace in the present situation, staying receptive towards new information. What is going to happen in the present, Spirit? What is happening currently in Group 1's life? Accompanying the 6 of wands, we have the 7 of ingots reverse. Spirit is saying you're going to be uprooting this aspect of your life. You're going to be making some big changes, if this card will focus, making some big changes, planting new seeds, and potentially having to recultivate your soil for this new movement forward. Emphasis on new. I feel that this is new for you. What is happening in the near future when it comes to this diamond head situation, Spirit? Something precious that you've always wanted. What is happening in the near future? Hello, these cards. These quads. The sun. Is the sun supposed to be reversed or upright, Spirit? It is upright. So I see in the near future a reason to celebrate, feeling successful, feeling recognized, feeling very happy, a sense of like childlike peace, like your faith in the universe is restored. I also believe that this has to do with you hearing something from somebody that you know, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I just see that this is going to be a successful outcome. That's the biggest yes card we could get. Is there anything else that Group 2 needs to know about the near future and this situation? How do they get there? Is there anything else they need to know? Be competitive. Don't be afraid to be shown, to be known. I see that people want your position with the 5 of chopsticks. People want what you have. There is a jealous energy there, but I see that you are victorious by sticking to what you're good at, by doing what helps you stay recognized. Like there's something about you that stands out because of your commitment, your ability to overcome the challenges. Like I'm hearing perseverance and commitment. So being consistent here with the 5 of chopsticks. There seems to be a messy situation, but in the near future, you are going to be victorious by ultimately ticking the boxes that are needed in this situation. So I feel like your version of expansion here, you're feeling disheartened because you don't know what the future holds, and you heard information that really made your heart go ouch. You had to protect yourself. You were hoping the right thing would pay off. I see you uprooting yourself, moving forward, making peace with the present situation, focusing on an optimistic outcome, getting your optimistic outcome, almost feeling like you need to prove that you deserve it, but you already have it. Your consistent energy is what helped you obtain that position, and I feel with the 5 of chopsticks you stand out. There's a lot of mess here in the feeling of like there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of people fighting for this with the 5 of chopsticks, but I see with the Hierophant that the situation was basically made for you, and this was about you focusing on what you know and not like listening to what other people are saying in terms of gossip. With the 5 of with the Hierophant here, the change, whatever change you experience was essential in order to give you the best outcome here. So I hope that's helpful. Group 2, I think that's about as close or specific as I can get there because this is a general reading and we're running out of time. But I hope that was helpful. Spirit, is there anything else Group 2 needs to know about what they should be focusing on right now? Is there anything we can clarify? I was looking at the daughter spirit and the 6th chakra, and these 2 cards came out. The Queen of Chopsticks, I was about to say chapsticks, my days, and the Ace of Ingots. So I see over here that there is a need to be more selfish, in the sense of you doing things that you want to do, even if it's a bit strange, even if it's a bit weird, even if the people around you don't understand, or you feel you're going to be judged. I see the Ace of Ingots here as you taking something for yourself, making it yourself in order to grow and embrace a side to you that you've always felt on the inside. The Queen of Chopsticks here is about you embracing yourself internally and externally, changing your look, changing your appearance, changing how you express yourself, and doing it more with a sense of freedom. It's not about being a rebel. It's about, you know what, I've always wanted purple hair and I'm going to do it. My Catholic mother would never let me, but now that I'm 23, I'm going to do it myself. Or maybe this has to do with your sexuality with the Queen of Chopsticks and embracing things that you felt you couldn't before. You can now. You're really needing to focus on being more authentic in how you express yourself, for the sake of being selfish in all the right ways. If you can't represent yourself well, then how is anybody else supposed to represent you, in the sense of those around you? How are they supposed to take you? This will help you cultivate better friendships, better connections, better relationships, because people have the chance to know and fall in love with the real you. I also believe this Queen of Chopsticks is expanding your thirst, your creative energy, and just figuring out who you are and creating who you are in this lifetime through that strong connection to self and source as well. Anything else? A lot of random messages here for you. Don't give up. Don't cry over spilt milk. Try not to get disappointed. Whatever happened recently that really wounded your confidence in your success is going to lead towards a better outcome. And I firmly believe that this is a changing period for you, an opportunity for you to consider what else you want to do and consider what else you may be good at doing as well. With the Magician and the Mirror here, whatever's happening in that situation, it's leading towards a better outcome, one that is much less competitive and one that will offer you the recognition for your skills or for your abilities or what you are bringing to the table. So let's close your reading now with some advice before we go into the extended. For group 2, please, Spirit, what is their advice? What is group 2's advice, Spirit? I feel like I was talking very fast, but so many messages came through for you. What is the advice for group 2? We have courage. What is the advice for group 2, please, Spirit? What is the advice for group 2? And defense. I might get one more card. Courage, defense, one more card. Thanking you. We have Together. That song is Together by Mac DeMarco. Love that weirdo. Gotta love our fellow weirdos. Now, to be honest with you, your advice is as simple as it is read in terms of the first card. Spirit is... Okay, group 2, we were cut off by my camera because I talk too much. But I was talking about courage. Now, this card, as I said, as simple as it is read, this is about having courage in your current situation, having courage to move forward, having courage to let go, having courage to uproot, having courage to reinvest, or for those of you, also having courage in expressing who you truly are and embracing who you truly are and finding those who are similar to you and expressing your authentic self to those around you. I feel like this courage card is something that you can individually cultivate. It's going to vary depending on your individual situation, but addressing the main themes here, I see you entering a point in your life where you're really pushing forward and you're getting the opportunity to cultivate something very precious to you, something that has taken a lot of pressure to get to, and the only way you can get there is by having courage to try a new approach and to move in a way where you're not afraid to uproot something you've previously invested in. to embrace the best possible outcome for yourself. This courage card is also addressing that theme we saw in the beginning about you, deviating from the mundane and embracing spontaneity in your daily routine, as well as also cutting yourself away from those unhealthy habits that have been causing more mundane and boring, repetitive, comfortable behavior that hasn't been helping you grow. I see that your point right now is it's not about what you're doing wrong. It's more that Spirit is trying to encourage you to experience more and to really flex your creative energy, because with the Magician and the Mirror, that card is a beautiful opportunity to create something in your reality that is completely in your control. And it's almost like you're going, nah, I don't have any control of anything. I'm completely out of control. And Spirit's like, well, while that is true to some degree, that is not the case with everything in your world. You can have control in this area, or you do have control in this area. You can focus on this instead, or you should be focusing on this instead. And then over here with the Defense, I really see that in your case, Spirit is trying to kind of prepare you for some of the growth that you will be experiencing, for some of the change that you will be experiencing. I see Defense as you standing your ground in who you are and what you deserve and what you're capable of. But I also see Defense as you kind of needing to protect aspects of what you're working on from others. So I almost feel like this situation involves more than one person. Like I feel like you have a significant person in your life. Maybe not all of you, but I feel like there's someone here. And at the end of the day, with this Defense card being here, there's only one person on this card. I think that you have to stand up for what you want, stand up for what you feel is right for you, without, being completely cruel towards whoever else is involved. I believe that this is about you holding your ground, not giving up for yourself, and maintaining what you know is true, trusting yourself in this process. That is the main energy that I'm feeling is lacking for you. You should be focusing on trusting yourself in this process and trusting your niggling feeling. Even if that niggling feeling sounds pessimistic, maybe that niggling feeling is pessimistically helping you to grow in the best way possible. So focus on that niggling feeling. Over here with the Together card, I do believe that as advice, Spirit is encouraging you to stay connected and to find, ways to bring people in to this journey as you grow, because I see some of you getting curious about spirituality in a way where it will lead to a community, or it could lead to a community if you wanted to. I see you bringing your people, calling in your people, your soul tribe, and finding kindred spirits, or embracing more time with kindred spirits. Your advice is that you don't have to do any of this alone. Just because you're experiencing an individual challenging situation or circumstance doesn't mean you have to cope individually. We are like community beings. We need to stay together in terms of our human nature. So don't be afraid to reach out and stay connected. Now, group 2, I'm going to take this into the extended reading. I'm going to bring up my little notes over here to fully explain what we're doing in the extended. So we're going to have a look at where your success is headed, focusing on the next 2 months. We're going to take a closer look at your blockages, examining your blockages in the past, in the present, and in the future. This will better help you understand where you're at in your journey. And then we're going to get more advice from Spirit. We are following on from what should you be focusing on, focusing more on your success, your blockages, and advice. So if you'd like to join me in the extended reading, that link will be in the description box. I have already recorded it, so I will see you there if you're going to head there. Before you go, wherever you're going, thank you so much for all of your support. It has been a pleasure to read for you, group 2. I also want to thank our spiritual teams for helping me, because I did a lot of talking for you and I'm a little bit tired. So thank you so much to our spiritual teams, angels and ancestors, for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. And I shall connect with you in another video. Bye. Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful little shell, I'm don't actually know what type of shell this is, but I think they're quite common in the Pacific Ocean. Most of the islands that have the Pacific Ocean, I think, would find these shells. What do you reckon it is? Drop a comment down below. Group 3, we're asking Spirit today, what should you be focusing on? Now, it's a very intuitive reading. I'm going to be doing a lot of channeling, a lot of just picking up the intuitive vibe. So I do ask for your patience as we get through these spiritual, from the source messages. The first part of this reading is going to be very broad because I'm just going to throw the net out there and see what Spirit wants to bring in. But then we'll be breaking that down further with oracle cards, some tarot, and I'll be closing your reading with advice before going into your extended. I'll talk more about the extended reading at the end though, okay? We're just going to focus on the YouTube portion for now. Let me tune into your energy, Grupus, Tripus. Okay, Spirit, please tune me into Group 3's energy. My throat's just, wow, might be some blocked throat chakras here. It's interesting though. I don't think it's you. What's going on with Group 3, please, Spirit? Tune me into Group 3's energy. I'm seeing someone's eye. I feel like you're being watched, sweets, without being creepy. There's an eye on you. Someone may be trying to have a conversation with you. This eye is closing though, so there's a subtlety to it. It's like giving me that hidden, like it's not in your cone of awareness, but you're probably picking up on the vibe intuitively. You kind of get this energy from this person that they want to have a talk, but they're kind of dancing around it. They're giving you this energy that it's not urgent, you know, like I'll do it when I need to, but I think it's quite urgent on their end. It's nothing for you to bother about, but I feel like there's somebody that wants to talk to you and they think they're doing a good job of hiding how much they want to talk to you, but your psychic, intuitive radar is going ding, 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 ding. Now, what else is going on with you? I see a star. I see the star being raised above you. So there's either a lot of focus on your future right now, or you're maintaining a lot of hope and faith towards a present situation, something that is currently happening in your life. We have this oracle card coming out first, all tied up, number 23. The star is interesting because I feel like it has 4 points. It goes up like that, it goes like that, it goes like that, it goes like that. So it's like north, south, east, west. It almost feels like you're figuring out either what direction to go in, or you're in your present moment, you're hoping that you are following the right direction. The other thing about the star is sometimes it's us following somebody else's journey and looking at what direction they're going to go in next. Someone with a public platform, you could be someone with a public platform. There's this energy of following, and I feel like there are eyes on you, plural now, so take it if it resonates. If you have a public platform, maybe you feel pressured to go in a certain direction in life and to uphold certain aspirations of those who follow you. What else is going on with you though? I'm seeing something in the ground that you walk on, kind of like an worm. Why are you showing me a worm, Spirit? It's because this is something that you've been focusing too much on. You know, when you walk and like maybe you're absent-minded or you're not having a good time, so your head kind of drops. Like I always used to be conscious of this because I noticed that it happens with a lot of people. Like when you feel down or when you're not going through a good time, your head kind of stoops and you're just sort of staring at your feet when you walk. There's this energy of stop focusing on that, stop focusing on that, look up, look up, look up. Spirit's trying to keep you optimistic right now. It feels like you're focusing on a lot of the things that don't necessarily need to be focused on. Like, yes, there are worms in the soil, but let them do their thing and you do your thing. You know, it's almost like you haven't missed anything, but you're not paying attention to the right things right now. So like, look up, stop focusing on what they're doing. Stop comparing yourself for some people to the earthworms, okay? And start focusing on what a star does, which is shine. Now let us get more cards out for you. Spirit, what should Group 3 be focusing on? What should Group 3 be focusing on? We have the thinking man. Is there anything else from this deck you want them to know, Spirit, about all tied up? Is there anything else from this deck you want them to know about All Tied Up? Number 23. Platform 9 3/4, apparently. Harry Potter in the building. We have indecision number 8. Hi, there's that direction. What is going on with this thinking man? Is that the person who needs to talk to group 3? It could have to do with your coin. I want to be careful about what I say because I'm getting a lot of messages. I hope this reading finds the right people. But with the internet, you just never know. So I'm getting a lot of messages. I feel like a lot of people are going to be watching this. I want to start over here. All tied up. Spirit is highlighting a need to break free, and the best way that you can do that is by getting a better view of your situation. You're not trapped, and I think you know that. I think you know you got options. That's part of the reason why you feel kind of stuck. It's not that you feel restricted, but it's like there's so much room. Which direction do I go in? I believe that this is about you fulfilling what you believe is going to... how do I best word this? I almost feel like you have such a strong connection to where you're going that you can't technically mess up. You may, a very small percentage of you, divert from the best way forward in terms of, instead of this being like the fast lane, you might go into the slow lane for a little bit. But most of you, it feels like 99% of you who picked group 3 will be going in the right direction eventually. Some of you in the fast lane because you're very strongly connected to yourself and to the best possible outcome. And then others of you who are getting very fixated on everything that isn't going according to plan and all the fears and all the doubts and all the setbacks. You may be progressing slower, but that doesn't mean you won't progress. I feel like group 3, Spirit is saying focus instead on the fact that you do have choices. Spirit wants you to focus on what these choices actually are, not the fact that you have choice 1, choice 2, but what is choice 1? Look at it in a very realistic way. Is that even an option you want to take? It's almost like the process of elimination here to help you understand what your direction needs to be. Because I feel like once you look at this situation realistically and compare it to the path that you want to take and the path that you have been on thus far and everything that you've fought for and worked for to get to where you are, then you're going to realize that some of these options aren't even options. They barely cut it in terms of the criteria of your manifestations. And I believe that focusing on that is going to help you gain movement and feel more confident about the direction you're headed in. I do believe that there's pressure in the actions that you're taking. It feels high stakes. It feels like you've got a lot of people watching you, or potentially people that you support financially or that support you maybe. But I do believe that this is almost a mountain out of a molehill situation. And the more that you look at the options realistically, the more you'll realize actually there's only one real option here. It reminds me of those trivia games, you know, where they're like, what is the name of a car brand? And there might be like Ford, and then you'll see random things like wasp, hedgehog. It's like maybe, but Ford is actually the only car brand there out of all those 3 answers. So once you look at your choices more, while it's wonderful to have choices, you're going to realize that there's only really one thing that you're waiting for, that you want, and it's about sticking to that path. We're going to clarify indecision with another deck as well, but I want to move forward to this side of the fence, as I've been calling it. I see this as like a fence. This is a separate thing that Spirit wants you to focus on. I do believe there is someone in your energy. Take it as it resonates. Unfortunately, I've been getting a lot of low vibrational messages in most of my readings, and I've been doing my best to keep my energy high. But the collective energy is quite low at the moment, so there's only so much I can do. And take this if it resonates. But group 3, if you resonate as someone who has success or has a measurement of success in the sense of you've been making power moves when it comes to your coin, your money, and you lead a fairly sophisticated or successful lifestyle, I see that there are some people who want what you have. And I want you to look at this as people using you as something that they want to be. But I am picking up on low vibrational energy like jealousy and a little bit of spite. People questioning how you did it and what you had to do to get it. And I believe that none of that is your concern because you know the true story and that's all that matters. You're not obliged to post that out for the world. Absolutely not. But I think with these two energies here, if you have been questioning your success or questioning the path you're on and where to next, and you've been feeling pressured to maintain a certain lifestyle or a certain picture in terms of how others see you, it might be this external pressure that's been coming from other people's point of views of you and you channeling that instead of staying true to who you are and why it is that you do what you do. I see with the woman holding a coin here that your path forward is very much about your point of reference when it comes to success. Why are you working so hard in the first place? What are you aspiring to be? Who are you working for? Who are you making sacrifices and overcoming challenges and staying committed and loyal for? You know, I believe with women holding a coin that many of you may receive significant news when it comes to your finances. And I'm getting a message here that it's very important that you stay onto it. I don't think the woman business has anything to do with this message. I believe that this is positive financial news. But you have to be quick. You have to, if it's communication, you have to reply, you have to respond fairly quickly. It makes me think of when you're settling on a financial situation and you have to counter the contract, or you have to sign that document, or you have to make sure that you're maintaining communication so that the party you're dealing with knows you're still interested in the offer. Whatever this is, Spirit's you got to stay nimble when it comes to your financial matters. Stay woke. Be aware and don't miss any communication here. It makes me think that some of y'all may have an overdue bill as well that you accidentally forgot about. So consider that. Are you due for your electric bill, your gas bill, phone bill? Just consider that. Because if you're looking for a good credit score, those things add up. This is your practical Capricorn sister. But coming back to you, I see this thinking man as somebody who really needs to talk to you as well. I see that there is someone in your energy. It doesn't have to be a man. The genders here aren't necessarily gospel for each and every one of you. But there is somebody who wants to talk to you. And it feels like this person's main idea is that they want to kind of either get information from you about something, or they want to know more about you, because I'm really called to the way that these two people are looking. Do you see their eyes? They're not the friendliest people. This one looks very fascinated by the crystals in their hand, almost to an obsessive fault. And this one looks almost a little bit resentful or calculating, not exactly the most welcoming face there, sweets. So I feel like the people around you, and I don't think they can get too close to you, but their energy is rubbing off on you. They've got these sort of hidden agendas, and they're kind of moving around you in a very cautious, calculating way. There's this person that wants to talk to you. I want to get cards out to figure out what they want to say. We might clarify that, and then we'll move back over here and have a look at these energies. Spirit, what does this thinking man want to say to group 3? What does this thinking man want to say to group 3? What does this person want to talk about? I really feel like they've been watching you. Remember I said I saw an eye, and look at how he's watching this crystal. What does group 3's thinking man want to say to them? We have lapis lazuli. So this for me is the card that connects your throat chakra, your thoughts, your communication to your feelings with the water on this card. And for Mercury to be here, I feel like this person wants to understand something more about you. They want to better understand you in some way. I see this person trying to get closer to you. I don't think they're bad. Lapis lazuli is just somebody who may be a bit confused about how they feel, trying to figure out how they feel, trying to figure out how you feel. A very curious person is what is being represented thus far with that Mercury, thinking man, and throat chakra energy. And there is a question mark over feelings and intentions here. I don't believe this person is as calculating as the energy I was picking up on with the woman holding a coin. I just think they're very curious, and they're trying to be so subtle. Like, I'm seeing this person like somebody stretching next to you at the gym, you know, pretending that they're just winding down, but they're actually like headphones off, listening to everything you say, just trying to get to know you better. Is there anything else they need to know? We have Unakite here, the number 9, Pluto. Wow, Unakite is an interesting energy for me. It's kind of about things progressing through perseverance, through hard work, and standing true to who you are and your values. So I feel like when it comes to people trying to infiltrate the beautiful oasis that is you, group 3, you got to be very careful about your precious energy, your precious resources, how you see yourself, and how you let others see you, because you can portray an image to others depending on how you choose to react, respond, and publicly promote yourself. I see that now is a time to protect yourself and to reevaluate people's input into your life, whether these are existing connections or whether this is new people who are trying to get in. I think it would be helpful for some of y'all to just do a bit of a protection, you know, cleanse of your energy, and maybe just reconsider before you put that post up on social media, not for the sake of giving in to the haters, but for the sake of protecting your energy right now. You've got some energy vampires who are, I believe, subconsciously sending some bad vibes your way. So if you aren't somebody who just goes and detoxes from social media, then definitely cleanse your energy, protect your energy. You can do that with crystals, you can do that with smoke, you can do that with salt, you can do that with water. You could do that with plants. Even eating certain foods, people believe, have protective energies. I believe rosemary is one of the most healing, protective herbs that promotes prosperity and abundance as well. Very old herb, that one. So it really depends on what works best for you, but I'm seeing a need here to protect your energy from certain people whose intentions aren't not even bad, but just unclear. And just the main reason you want to do this is because I think Spirit at the same time is asking for you to give this person a chance to communicate with you for whatever reason. We'll see what Tarot has to say about that. Can we clarify the all tied up for group 3, please, Spirit? What is going on here with the all tied up? What is going on with the all tied up? Number 23. I'm just going to throw out single digit numbers that could be significant. We have 8, 5, 10, which would go down to a 1, and we have 6. Just in case, those numbers may be significant. We're still early in the month, so those numbers could be significant. The card that came out for all tied up is Amazonite. Okay, so I feel like with this card here, all tied up is really about you getting a better view of your situation, understanding your options, understanding your choices, getting curious, doing a bit of research, asking questions, thinking about the situation logically, getting help from people that know you best as well. Sometimes Amazonite is more about communication and using your communication to get a better understanding of your situation. But that also means being selective and careful about who you talk to. You wouldn't get advice from someone who hasn't walked a day in the shoes of the success you want to experience, for example. So I believe with all tied up here, if you are experiencing sort of delays or stagnation, or you're just feeling stuck and slow, your advice is to actually stay connected, to network with the right people, to look at your situation realistically when it comes to the options and choices you have, because you're going to realize that there is one true option, and that is what you need to pursue. What's going on here with this indecision, Spirit, speaking of options and choices? Has this got to do with group 3's direction? What's going on with this indecision, Spirit? Is there anything else? Spirit's saying that these two go hand in hand. So Amazonite really encompasses all of that. But to clarify that energy further, we do have fossilized wood coming out for you. So I feel like the situation is about testing something that you put value on and what is valuable for you. For some of you, this is a manifestation, and it's about being patient with your circumstances. I know patience always comes up, doesn't it? I really have learned to embrace patience and loathe it at the same time. But in this case, it is about standing true to what you're doing and why, you know, moving forward in a specific way is important to you, a quality over quantity, especially if you're looking for love. You don't want every fish in the sea to come towards you. If you're only really trying to attract that blue whale, you know, then a little salmon isn't going to satisfy you. They're beautiful in their own way, but you're here for your whale. So if this is a career path, like, yes, there are many different ways to make money, but you're manifesting your career, you're manifesting your specific way of making money. So Spirit is saying, be patient with the situation, understand your circumstances by thinking logically and observing your situation logically. Stay connected to people around you as they have something to do with you progressing. Either the ones that know you best will help you stay grounded and remind you of why you chose to do this in the first place, or they may connect you to that best possible outcome that you feel you aren't fully connected to yet. But I do see here with fossilized wood that this is about staying connected to your heartfelt reasons behind your actions in your past, in your present, and that will dictate your future. So let's move forward. We're going to get some tarot using a new deck that I am already obsessed with. Oh my Lord. Whew, this deck is beautiful. If you follow me on Instagram, wait, did I do that on Instagram or YouTube? I think it was YouTube. If you follow me here, you've probably already seen me open this deck up. It is from Cupid Says. Excuse me, it's not Cupid Says. It is from Say Pa, Say Ma Tunes, the beautiful Say family in Singapore. So let's get some cards out and we'll clarify that thinking man, because that is what I want to, that's the main thing that I feel like we still don't have all the answers to yet. What is going on here with this thinking man, Spirit? What happened in the recent past here with this thinking man? We have the World. So in the recent past, you're in a position with this individual where they had the chance to really observe you and your achievements. This person may have been watching you for some time. For some of you, they may have known you since school, for example, or since you graduated from something. But this person's been watching you achieve, and they're very impressed with what you've cultivated for yourself. This person sees you as a very accomplished individual. They're curious about your success. What's going on in the present with the thinking man in group 3? Yeah, this person sees you as very successful with all that fish there. In the present, this person is not experiencing the same success that you are. This person is at a fork in the road where they're trying to consider what they want to do with their journey moving forward. You share a similar thing to this person. You share a similar scene, or you do something that they are interested in, and they want to know either how you do it or they want to be a part of your journey moving forward. I see that this person may have a connection to you through work, through a physical activity like exercise, or with the Knight of Coins there, they may have known you through school, especially with the World here. In the present, though, this person is seeing a lot of blockages when it comes to taking action towards you. They feel pressured to take hasty action towards you. This person feels like they do not have enough to come towards you. So this person is seeing themselves almost with like a handicap, for lack of a better word. I'm talking about sports references, y'all. It just feels like they don't have what you have. So they're not really seeing themselves in the best light. Is there anything else Group 3 needs to know about their present circumstances with this person, Spirit? Anything else? Spirit's showing me the 7 of Coins. So this person is very frustrated. They're changing something about themselves in their life. And I think that's why they're spending a lot of time looking at you and looking at what you're doing for yourself. They want to do things similarly, is what I believe. But I see them being very impatient. So they may be doing things they may be acting out of character but not that that would make sense to you, because I don't think you got a good idea of who this is. What is going to happen in the near future, Spirit? What is going to happen in the near future between these two? So many coins here. It's a very practical thing that you know this person from, a physical thing, or that they know you from. In the near future, I see this person being very indecisive. I see you being very blind to who this is or what they want, what their intentions are. Still feeling like they don't know what to do, still feeling like they're in the dark, still feeling quite anxious about what the future holds. What's going on here with this Two of Wands, Spirit? What's going to happen in the near future between group 3 and this person? Why do they want to talk to them? What's going to happen in the near future? I believe that this is somebody who just takes way too long to do things, and you're done waiting. You've got bigger, better things to focus on. So this person isn't necessarily worth your time, your energy, but they are definitely taking a lot of your energy. So I believe with that conclusion, that it's in your best interest to continue shining and to continue inspiring and to let the right people step towards you. It's a classic case of being protected from something that does not serve you. Not to say this is a bad person, but they're so confused and uncertain that their energy is not vibrating on your frequency. By the time this person figures out what they want to do, you will have been in a completely different place. So that's something that they gotta work on, I guess, and deal with. What did they want to say though to group 3? What did they want to say? Do you miss me? So for some of you, this person used to spend a lot of time around you and they don't anymore, questioning whether you miss them, whether they should come back, whether you would let them come back. Goodness, I'm opening a can of worms I don't think we'll be able to get back. So listen, I've got other readings about that. We're going to move forward, okay? If you're really curious about what this person's interests are, what they want to say to you, who they are, I've got a million other relationship readings. You can have a look at those ones. We're going to explore that woman holding a coin. Spirit, is there anything else that group 3 needs to know about their finances, about their income, what's going on here? I do see opportunity. I see a new opportunity unfolding for you, and I see that it will require you to be receptive, nimble, but you don't want to be naive. You don't want to be reckless. You want to pay attention. You want to make sure you're asking right questions. You're reading all the paperwork. This is exciting, okay? I don't mean to make it sound scary. I think you'll do that enough for yourself. But of course, I just feel like I need to caution you into the full sort of negative traits. When we try something so brand new, we have the tendency to make little slip-ups. So just remind yourself of that in case little things do happen. It's natural, it's what happens, and this is still an exciting opportunity for you that needs to be embraced. What is this relating to, Spirit? What is this full energy relating to when it comes to group 3's finances? Can we get more specific? Is it a house? Is it a job? Is it a second income or a third income for some of you? We have the 7 of chopsticks. So it has to do with a challenge you're currently facing, something you're currently working on, something you're currently trying to overcome, something you're already working towards. You feel like an underdog. Some things have not been going your way. Other things have been. You've experienced your success. You're taking things to the next level now, and you're really fighting hard to get this brand new, fresh slate beginning for yourself. So I hope that's helpful. All I can see is that this is something that leads to further success, something that brings you this independence, this financial security, something that you could retire with, something pretty big, you know. It makes you feel like a boss. It makes you feel like you're really taking your finances to the next level. It's a nest egg, I feel, an investment, but it's also something that puts you on a different level in terms of your financial situation. And it's something that has the potential to grow over time. So even if you're buying property, obviously over time that it's going to increase in value, and the equity is going to help you as well. Got to move forward. I apologize, I'm running out of time though. Let's have a look at this indecision. Is there anything I've missed with that card for Groupus Threepus? What's going on with indecision? Spirit, can we channel their energy? We have the 10 of Teacups, and some cards did fall on the floor. I'm just going to pause the video. I'll be right back once I pick those up. Okay, so the cards that fell on the floor didn't flip over, so my bad. We're not going to take them. Now, indecision, 10 of Teacups. What do I do? Where am I going? What's coming to me next? Who's going to enter my life? How will I get my happy ending? Sweet pea, all I can tell you is that you will 100% get your happy ending. You will 100% have this beautiful, happy 10 of Cups, happy family moment that you've been manifesting. Whether this is about expanding your family because you've already found your person, you just want to continue to grow what you have between you, the love you have between you, or whether this is about you and your child trying to find that other person to join your family in terms of a step parent for them and a life partner for you. Whatever the equation is, I see you getting it, and I see that it's very, very vital that you hold on to that image, because that is what is going to steer you through. Like I said before, if you're facing options, especially when it comes to relationships, getting to know your options will help you understand whether that is even an option to begin with. If you're manifesting a life partner, a supportive soulmate type of person who is really going to be there in the ways that you need them to be, and you meet this person who seems to tick boxes initially, but upon getting to know them further, you realize like, wow, this person and I don't have a lot in common. Now that the honeymoon's over, we don't have a lot in common. Then maybe that's not really an option at all. I see that it's very important when you're if you're facing anything that has you feeling stuck and stagnant, hold on to the reason why you were doing this in the first place, why you're on this quest, this journey, this manifestation, and stick to that heartfelt desire, because that's what's going to really help you navigate these uncertain waters. Is there anything else Group 3 needs to know about All Tied Up, Spirit? What should they be focusing on here with All Tied Up? Yeah, for some of you, that's why that earthworm message came through. You were focusing on people who don't even tick the manifestation boxes you have created. What's going on here with All Tied Up? All Tied Up. My accents. All right, we have Judgment, and we have the Knight of Teacups. Oh my days. Stop. This is cute. This is precious. I see some of y'all ain't gonna like this. Okay, so first of all, I see commitment here. I see you really progressing and receiving significant movement through someone's actions towards you, actually. I see that it is hidden at the moment. This path is not clear, and that you have been distracted by the wrong people, the wrong things, the wrong relationships, in the sense of that's not where your happiness lies. But I see this changing quite quickly once you get back in your lane, once you focus more on your heartfelt desires, and once you really get that heart chakra pumping, cleansed, ready, and open. I see a new beginning coming very quickly for you in love, in relationships. This is a shyer person. This is someone who will be patient though, and I feel like this is someone that does have a connection to your past in some way, and that's what I believe most of you aren't going to like. I don't know what the connection is. Spirit, can you tell us why Judgment is here? What is the connection to their past? What is the connection to their past between Group 3 and this person? Hi, the 8 of Chopsticks. This person may have been trying to move towards you for some time. This is like something that couldn't happen until something else ended, until you walked away or you realized something about someone else. You had to kind of go, wow, and free up your energy in order for this person to move towards you. And for some of you, travel was involved, like physically moving is what is going to bring the two of you together. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you. Somebody else could be moving towards you, being in your physical area now. Is there anything else they need to know? 2 of Teacups reversed. Yeah, this is someone you're currently separated from. For a lot of you, this could just be a friend, but if you've been manifesting a romantic partner, then that's what we're looking at here. This is a general reading, so Spirit is giving me a lot of symbolism towards friendship and people who have similar values, similar beliefs, and similar understandings of other people, you know, kind of soulmate vibes. So this could just be a friendship, but for those who are seeking more, that's exactly what this person is. Very much someone who can support us and understand us and kind of be a very loyal, caring person, empathetic person, which then builds into romance as well. I see a lot of passion here, a lot of desire, a lot of interest in you. I see someone who's really wanting to be a part of your world. I'm hearing that Ariel song, Little Mermaid song, a part of your world. I want to be where group 3 are. Okay, let's get some closing advice. Lord, you are the longest group. Group 3, please, Spirit. What is the closing advice for these beautiful little munchkins? We have desire. What is the advice, closing advice for group 3? Oh my God, that gave me the warm and fuzzies. Oh no, I just dropped all the cards in the world again. Am I going to have to pause it? Am I going to have to pause it? I don't think I will, because I see your cards, so I'm just going to pick them up and we're going to keep going. We're going to keep... As soon as I said we're going to keep going, look at the card that came out. Persevere. We're going to keep going. Thanks, Spirit. So your advice is desire, transcend, united, and sure. Persevere. Don't give up, group 3. Don't give up. I really feel like you're very close to really moving things forward in a direction that you have been on. I believe that your situation right now has a pressure on you, but I also believe that your desire is really guiding you through the moments that feel murky or cloudy or just uncertain. I believe that your desire and your heart are honestly the strongest forms of certainty that you could cling to, staying true to who you are and why you're doing the things that you're doing, and staying true to what you want and what you're manifesting with desire, and paying attention to your desires, because I think that primarily, or initially should I say, some things seem very attractive, but when we examine them further, we realize, oh, that's nothing compared to what I want, you know? And over here with Transcend, I see you evolving. I see you leveling up in many ways, in many different ways. You're ticking a lot of boxes in your world right now. This is beautiful. It can be intimidating, but I want you to more so focus on just protecting your energy as you transcend, as you vibrate high like this and really step into a space that others would aspire to be in. It's important that you protect yourself, you protect your energy, and that you are being very careful about the people around you and what they're seeing, because while there are many beautiful high vibrational beings or just genuinely benevolent, kind, compassionate people, there are also some malicious and malevolent energies, and sometimes people just send negative vibes our way without even realizing. They get jealous and they send that hate our way, or that low vibrational energy our way. So protect your energy, look after yourself. You are transcending, you are growing, you're blossoming, you're shining. These are all positive things, but we have to pay attention to the dark as well as the light. So protect your energy. Over here with the United, I do see you coming into union with someone soon. I can't figure out who this person is because they didn't really come out in this reading, but this is someone that you've been either waiting for, saving yourself for, much like the energy here. You know, this person's sitting in this beautiful oasis with this flower and this rainbow, just kind of waiting. So it's something that you've been waiting for some time, whether this is a friend or a lover. It comes down to your individual manifestations. I believe that you've already united with this person energetically. You're really attracting exactly what you desire. So be aware of that. Keep your manifestations clear. Keep your energy protected and clear, and know that your energy is already united with what you are yet to encounter in the 3D. So group 3, I think that's what I have for you, sweets. I'm going to call your reading there because you are the lengthiest one. I don't want to make other people jealous, but it happens. I don't mean for this to happen. Spirit just takes the wheel, and some groups end up with 40-minute readings. So in your extended reading, Grupus Tripus, we're going to be looking at where your success you have a lot of it. Where your success is headed in the next 2 months specifically. We're going to take a closer look at your blockages in the past, in the present, and in the future, similar to what I did over here. And we're going to get more advice from Spirit as well. So your extended reading link will be in the description box. If this reading resonated and you'd like to continue moving along with me, the link will be in the description box. I shall see you there. Now, before you go, Group 3, wherever you are going, thank you so much for all of your support right here on YouTube. I appreciate your time and your energy. Thank you to our spiritual teams for looking after me and helping me channel these energies. And I shall connect with you in another video. Bye!